Hello everyone and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2 Watanagashi. In the last episode, it was the aftermath of the Watanagashi Festival where we got all that lore dumping about the village. And then we had a normal day at school. Mion confronted us. She's been acting weird. We meet up with Shion. And then that gets interrupted by Oishi, who also questions us about Tomitake and Takano. And then, yeah, I think that's all for last episode. And then, with all that being said, with the recap, let's get right into today's episode.
Is that it? No, that's right, that's the second part. Dang. Oh my god, how long have I been recording? I forget how long these parts are. Dang. What time is it? Oh, it don't matter. I was on my way back home. The cries of the Higurashi, accentuated the already lonely evening. More time had passed than I'd thought. The orange of the dusky sky was being chased down, little by an indigo color approaching from the sea. East. Where'd I get sea from? Exhausted from the slow climb towards Hinamizawa without even noticing, I'd gotten off my bicycle and was pushing it uphill. Oh, it's a gear. Ooh. Don't understand any of this. I think I gotta turn up the audio. Where? Okay, we're gonna turn up the audio a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, there we go. No one had told me to my face that I'd done something wrong. No, in fact, it might have been much easier on me that way. What happened yesterday really was just my curiosity. It really was no more than a quiet prank. No more than having the courage to cross at a red light as long as you did it with other people. That's actually kind of bad, but okay, we're not gonna talk about that. Storehouse for ritual implements. Hallowed grounds only accessible to the family or of the priest. For sure, I'd seen some terrifying things that I'd never imagined would be there. Thinking on it now, though, it didn't matter what was stored away inside. It didn't make the wrong I had committed any more right. The four of us did. No one seemed to know about it. For some reason, even the police were trying to learn what the four of us did. Why is there a random car right there in the grass? I just realized. It's like a Wishi's car or something? It kind of does look like it a little bit. Did we do something so bad? Really? Doesn't matter how wrong it was. I did something wrong. There's nothing more than that, and yet I couldn't accept it. I didn't apologize to Mion or Oishi-san. All I did was shield myself with ambiguities. I did something wrong yesterday. Set foot into a forbidden storehouse for a little bit of mischief. I'll forget everything I saw in there. I'll never do something like that again either. I'm sorry. If I apologize like that, they forgive me? Ooh, this scene is powerful. Oh. Suddenly cool evening air left no room for such sentiment, however, as it mercilessly chilled my feet, urging me to head home as soon as possible. In the end, the evening air was correct. If I trudged along with such an isolated road, regrets would pile on top of regrets, but nothing would change. Let's go home. I'll go home, go to my room, put my favorite music or something, and go to bed. That might sound plain and boring, but it's probably the strongest I've felt all day. Now that I've made a decision, there's no point in dawdling in a place like this. Dawdling. We're not talking about that. Sat back on my bike. Pushed hard on the pedals. I rapidly advanced forward. I steadily gained speed. The wind was cutting and mercilessly cold, but it actually felt good, as if it were softly punishing me. I didn't eat much dinner before excusing myself early and returning to my bedroom. My mom called me from downstairs.
Keiichi?
That was such a weird pause.
電話よ。
You have a call? Oh, it's Shion.
園崎さんから。
From Sonozaki-san, assuming it's Shion. Sonozaki? Was it Mio? No, it was Shion. I just remembered. She had something she wanted to tell me today. Oshi-san had interrupted us, so she didn't get the chance. Shion had said she'd call tonight.
もしもし、
Hello?
シオンか。
Is that you, Shion?
どうも。
Hello.
今日は災難でしたね。
Ran into a bit of trouble today, didn't we? Yeah, 'cause you ditched me. You said it so plain that I got a bit annoyed. She was the one who left me there and ran.
そんなこと言わないでください。
Don't say that.
私、ケイちゃんに一緒に逃げようってサインを送った
What
じゃないですか。
signal? You liar! I gave the signal and away with me, didn't I?
なのにケイちゃん、ぼさーっと残っちゃって。
You sat there looking dazed, Kei-chan.
ボサってことはないだろう。
I wasn't dazed.
シオンがあっという間に置いてきぼりにしたんで、あの後俺は大石のおっさんにたっぷり付き合わされたんだぜ。
All of a sudden you left me there, and after that I had to put up with that Oishi guy for ages.
そんなの、私に愚痴られても困ります。
Don't complain to me about it. What? I can't believe she passed it off like that. Just like me, and yet inside she's this different. Got a little irritated at myself when I realized I was, somewhere in my mind, hoping for the same reaction I'd get from Mion, even though she's a different person.
ああ、悪かったよ。
Sorry.
次からはシオンを置いてくぐらいのつもりで、真っ先に逃げ出すように
Next
する。
time I'll run away first thing and leave you there as payback.
できればレディーファーストでお願いします。
Hey, it's ladies first. Shion laughed refreshingly. Well, you seem in a better mood. When I heard her voice, I realized that she wasn't really that angry or anything. It was just as she said. The cause of my temper was because it was my own fault for not leaving immediately. I'll stop blaming it on others. Blaming on others would be...
それより、俺に何か話があるんだろ。
Anyway, you had something to tell me, right?
はい。
Oh, yeah.
もしも、もう知ってるなら、改めて言うような話じゃないんです。
I mean, if you already know, then it's not something that bears repeating.
その、知ってますか？
Do you already know? Shion lowered her voice suddenly, as if she were glancing around. I had no idea what I could already know.
悪いけど、何のことかさっぱりわからないぞ。
Sorry, but I have no clue what you're talking about.
ヒントくらい出せ。
At least give me a hint.
ってことは、
So that
知らない
means
みたいですね。
you don't know. She seemed to take my stupid sounding question as evidence. However, her voice didn't sound disappointed or exasperated in the slightest.
実は、
Actually,
昨日の渡流しのお祭りの晩なんですけど。
it's about last night, during the Watanagashi festival. My entire body jolted as I was assailed by a terrible feeling. For the third time I'm being asked this question. Is Shion going to ask the same thing?
もしもし？
Hello?
ケイちゃん、聞いてます？
Okay, Shan, are you listening?
ああ、
Yeah,
聞いてる。
I am.
昨日の晩どうしたんだよ。
What about last night?
私たち4人、入ったじゃないですか。
The four of us went in there, right? She didn't beat around the bush. Whether or not I want to admit it, that was the actual honest truth, and I couldn't act like hadn't happened.
それでその後、みんなで歩いて、石段のあたりで私たち、みんな別れましたよね。
Are you Mion? Why are you asking? You know that happened. No, that is really weird. Why is Mion... This has to be Mion. There's no way. Why would this be Shion asking this? You were literally... What? Have you been Mion this entire day? What the hell? And then after that, we walked away together. We went our separate ways near the stone stairs, right?
高野さんたちは沢に行って、ケイちゃんはその場に残って。
Wait, no, you already know, though. So then, what? Bro, this be confusing. Takano-san and Tomitake-san went to the stream, and you stayed there, Kei-chan.
私は親類の人たちのところに行っちゃって。
I went over to see some relatives.
あ
Yeah?
あ、それがどうした？
Why do you ask?
お互い、質問の返し合いになっちゃうと拉致が開かないんで、私からまず質問します。
We won't make any progress if we just keep asking each other questions. So let me ask this question first.
いいですか？
Okay? Let me get. Did you see Jiro Tomitake or Mio Takano?
ゆうべ、
I get
富
it.
武さんと高野さんに会いません
You
でした
mean,
か？
did I see Tomitake-san and Takano-san last night?
Eh?
What?
はい。
Oh, yes.
あの後、 あの二人には会いましたか？
Did you see the two of them after that? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. This is the third time I've been asked this question today. Why? Why? What the hell was going on?
どうしてだよ。
Why?
だからどうしてそれを俺に聞くんだよ。
Why are you asking me that? Oh boy, here we go.
ほらほら、ケイちゃん。
No,
質
K-chan.
問は私からのはずです。
I'm asking the question.
答えてください。
Please answer me. No!
シオンは会ったのか？
Wow, yeah!
シ
Did
オンが
you?
先に答えたら俺も答える。
You guys are first and I'll answer. My shabby response betrayed how scared and small I felt now. After everything that had happened today, I'm reading so fast because I'm on my edge of my seat. Shion didn't say anything for a few moments. Just as I was beginning to think I had really put my foot in my mouth for that response, she finally answered me.
もちろん、会ってません。
Of course, I didn't see them.
一緒にいた親類が証明できます。
My relatives were with me, and they can vouch for me that
俺だって会ってない。
I didn't see them either.
証明って言うならミオンとかレナとかみんながしてくれる。
People could vouch for me too, like Mion, Rena, and everyone else. Now that we knew our answers matched, without us, I sounded more relieved than anything else.
正直に答えてくれて、ありがとうございます。
Thank you for answering me honestly.
じゃあ、
Okay then,
言いますね。
I'll tell you. What happened? What happened?
ゆうべ、高野さんと富武さんが死んだんだそうです。
Wow. Apparently last night, Tomitake-san and Takano-san died. I don't know why I said their names backwards like that.
ごめん、シオン。
Sorry, Shion.
今、なんて言った？
What was that you just said? I gotta chill
ゆう
down
べ
my spine.
高野さんと富武さんが死んだんだそうです。
Apparently last night, Takano-san and Tomitake-san died. I thought you'd have more of a reaction than
高野
this.
さんは焼死体で、
Takano-san was found burned to death. Wow, really? We never knew how she died last time. That's interesting. I know we didn't. We just know she was
富
missing.
武さんは自殺みたいな感じで、
Tomitake-san was, well, it looked like a suicide. Okay, so he clawed himself again.
今朝知ったんです。
I found out this morning.
お父さんが親類の人からの電話で話してるのを聞いて、
I heard my dad talking to a relative on the phone about it. Late last night, a police car on its way back from festival security duty had discovered Tomitake-san lying in the middle of the road heading towards Okinomiya. He had clawed out his own throat and died. Okay, I hate those sound effects. It gets me every time.
なんだよ。喉をかきむしっての自殺って。
I miss this theme. This is the theme of Oh No. The last time I remember this was seconds before we beat our friends to death. Like, oh boy. What? He clawed out his own throat?
あの明るそうな富武さんが自殺？
That bright, cheerful Tomitake-san committed suicide?
何かの間違いだろ？
That can't possibly be right.
警察がちゃんと検視したんです。
The police did an autopsy.
自分の爪で
He did it with his own fingernails.
ガリガリと喉をかきむしって血管を破いて
Okay.
血をドバドバ出して、
He scratched at his throat so hard that he ruptured his blood vessels and bled out.
自分の血で溺れ死んだんだって。
He died in a pool of his own blood. That's what they said.
そんなバカな自殺聞いたことないぞ。
I've never heard of such an insane suicide.
自分の喉をかき破るなんておかしすぎる。
Scratch open your own throat like that. I realized I was yelling too loudly, so I lowered the force I was putting into my voice. Oh, the music went away so fast. I wanted it to stay. I didn't want parents to hear me, so I switched to the cordless phone and ran up to my own room.
大声出してごめん。
Sorry for yelling.
で、
So,
高野さんも自殺なのか？
was Takano-san, was that a suicide too? Yeah, she burned herself to death. Yeah, what a...
高野さんは
No.
自殺かどうかちょっと。
In her case, it's a little unclear. Okay, now this is actually something, this is lore dumping here, because we actually didn't know anything about Takano at all last time, actually. Takano-san's body was found in the mountains of the Gifu Prefecture. Okay. Employees at a rest stop nearby reported to the police late that night that they could see flames in the mountain. Firefighters dispatched there were the first ones to find her. An autopsy concluded that it was the burned corpses of a half-naked female. Wow. They initially considered the body beyond recognition, but directly after there was a request for a dental comparison from the blank prefectural police station in Oknomiya, and the results concluded that it was Mio Takano. Cause of death wasn't confirmed, but was highly likely to have been a homicide, since she was in her undergarments and her clothes were nowhere in the area. With burn tricks like this, since they can't identify the victim, I mean, yeah, I guess like dental records, but you could, it's a bit weird. Okay. That's like a iffy.
灯油管が転がってたそうなんで、焼身自殺の線もあるそうです。
The oil drum had fallen over. It was also possible she burned herself to death.
自殺なわけあるものか。
It couldn't have possibly been suicide.
同じ死ぬならもっと楽な方法がいくらでもあるだろう。
You're going to die. There are plenty of easier ways, aren't there? Don't you dare say, oh, it's because, I don't know.
こんなの
This is,
絶対に自殺なもの
this
か。
can't be suicide.
私だってそう思ってます。
That's what I think.
富武さんのだって自殺だなんて考えられない。
It's unthinkable that Tomitake-san would kill himself too. Again, it stopped. Wow. The two of us rattled on at each other. There was a silence as we paused to catch our breaths. Yo, chill. And as we calmed our nerves, right then I understood what Shion's story actually meant.
お社様のたたりってことになると思います。
But no, there's already been the two, right? One dies and one disappears. Oh, but because... Oh, I just realized. No, there wasn't any disappearances. They had to... Okay. Because they had found her this time when they didn't last time. How did they find her, though, and didn't in the other? Is it just a case of, like, luck, I guess, and timing? So I guess it wasn't that many days after the fact. Like, the festival, like, we obviously did everything and it ended. It was only a couple days. But, like, still, I guess it, I don't know. It's just so weird to me with this time stuff and how it works. Like, it's just confusing. Because that means we're gonna, if they both, okay. So if they both died, that means that we're both going to disappear. To even it out, I guess. Yeah, I should have assumed that when, yeah. I should have assumed something was going to go wrong when, yeah, it was the two of them. I mistakenly thought, hey, it might be somebody completely different this year. Nope. I think it'll end up being Oshiro-sama's curse.
私たち語られるのに十分な資格がありますから。
We all did more than enough to deserve it after all. No?
資格って冗談じゃないぞ。
Deserve? You gotta be kidding.
別に俺は
No, like, she wanted to see it with me. I just went along with her. Oh, man, you were just talking about you're not gonna blame people anymore. You are blaming people again. I tried to say that, but I fell silent. Nothing would come out of come of me blaming others. There you go. I was about to say, calm down. It didn't matter how much everyone else encouraged me. I could have put my foot down. I lost my own half-assed sense of adventure and agreed to go in with them. Yes, it was my fault, no one else's.
シオン、
Shion,
お前は昨べ細工殿の中に忍び込んだらこうなるかもしれないと予想はついてたのか？
last night when we snuck into the ritual storehouse, did you predict things would turn out this way? You better not have.
まさか。
Of course not. That is actually interesting. He actually brings up a good point. I didn't think about that. That is actually really... You were very insistent. You already knew, too. I don't... Maybe you did. I don't like that. Like, he may not really be thinking that, but he actually brought up a really good point. Like, was this your intention all along? Like, I don't know. I can't really get a read on you. Because of the whole switching stuff. Like, I still don't know who switched with who. How you really feel. Like, Mio's been acting weird. Like, you're kind of acting weird now. Like, or maybe you're Mio. I don't know. Maybe Shion's perfectly fine. Like, I don't know.
そりゃ多少はやばいとは思いましたけど、こんなことになるなんて夢にも思いませんでした。
I mean, I thought it was pretty risky, but I never even dreamed something like this could happen. Feels were probably her true feelings. She knew she'd get in trouble if we were caught, but that was the thrill of this little adventure. It was the same for me.
それよりもケイちゃん、
Besides that, Kei-chan,
ちょっとよく考えてください。
think about it for a moment.
今年のお社様のたたりはおかしくないですか？
Did Oyoshi-Osama's curse turned out a little strange this year. Sorry if I sound stuffed, by the way. My nose suddenly got stuffed. I don't know why. Oh, my voice sounds bad. My bad. It was already plenty strange, seeing as how Tomitake-san and Takano-san died like that. But yeah, there's 2 instead of 1 for the first bit of the curse. You know that, what could possibly be stranger?
死体が2つ見つかったってことです。
Yeah. I mean, they found 2 corpses.
言いましたよね。
Remember what I said?
例年は1人が死んで1人が消えるんです。
Every other year, 1 person would die and 1 person would disappear.
2人の死亡が確認されたのは今年が初めてです。
This year's the first time 2 people had been found dead.
確かにそうかもしれないけど、そんなのは大した問題じゃないだろう。
That may be true, but that's not a huge deal, is it?
いいえ、ケイちゃん。
It is, Kei-chan.
もっと真剣に考えてください。
Think about it harder.
いいですか？
Listen,
2人の死がお社様のたたりということになってるなら、
if 2 people died because of Oyashiro-sama's
お
curse,
社様の怒りを鎮めるための生贄もまた2人分必要なはずなんです。
then in order to quell Oyashiro-sama's anger, 2 people would need to be sacrificed.
そういう理屈になるのか？
Is that how it works?
じゃあなんだよ。
So what?
富武さんと高野さんが死んだ陰で、今年は2人が行方不明になってるってのか？
Tomitake-san and Takano-san died, so now 2 people are going to go missing this year? I don't understand why, but when I said that, I felt my spine freeze.
ま
Yeah,
だ誰も行方不明になってないと思います。
I don't think anyone's been confirmed missing
多
yet.
分2人が失踪するのは
I think that those
これからじゃ
people
ないかと思うんです。
have yet to disappear. Shion, like me, was obviously getting the same feeling crawling down her back.
これから2人が
2 people
失踪する。
have yet to disappear. Shion didn't answer. Didn't say any more than that either. Shill crept in through my clothes and tried to wrap it into a fist around my heart. Cold hands feeling about on my chest. Neither of us could say anything. Tomitake-san opened the lock and he died. Kana-san exposed the ritual storehouse and she died. 2 people were to be sacrificed. Then they would be none other than the ones who entered with them. None other than us. I'm getting chills down my spine. Oh my
まさ
god.
か
No.
冗談
This
だろ？
is gotta be a joke. I wanted so much for her to pass this off as a joke, even now. That though was such an incredibly difficult and selfish request. Tomitake-san and Takano-san had died in a common way like a car accident. I could tell myself it was coincidence. Instead, he clawed out his own throat and she burned to death, drowned in oil in the mountains. 2 deaths were so out of the ordinary that I couldn't possibly dismiss it as mere coincidence. It's as if, in exchange for sneaking into the ritual storehouse, there must be someone punishing us. Some sort of cruel will working behind the scenes. And so, still didn't want to accept that terrifying truth. If I did, then I would have to acknowledge that a horrible crisis was growing near for Shion and I. That's why I argued against it. I argued, knowing I was running away.
大地、そんなの新聞に出てないぞ。
In the first place, it's not even the newspaper, is it?
そんなに奇怪な事件なら絶対に新聞やテレビで報道するはずだろう。
The monstrous incident will be all over the newspaper and television.
雑誌記者とかだって面白がって大勢来るに決まってる。
Magazine writers would flood the village too, thinking it'd be for an interesting story.
マスコミに報道されないのは当然なんです。
Of course, not getting reported by the media. Why?
過去にそうだったから。
That's how it was in the past too. Are we covering? So Ihimizawa was just covering it up. Is that what's going on? When incidents occurred for the 3rd year in a row, there were some third-rate magazines that sniffed out the story and ran issues full of gossip columns about Ihimizawa. Fearing that the region would develop a negative stigma, they negotiated with the prefecture and the police. Since last year, it became a big conspiracy, where no information about the incidents was allowed to be leaked to the media.
村長とか、あと園崎家出身の金八が警察に思いっきり圧力をかけたんだって聞いてます。
I hear the elders and the top brass in the Sonozaki family put all the pressure they could on the police.
じゃあつまり2人の死は秘密裏に処理されてしまったということか。
They mean their deaths are going to be dealt with in total secrecy.
そういうことで
That's how it is.
す。もちろん警察は捜査をしてますよ。
Of course, the police are investigating it.
でも一 秘匿捜査ということなので、捜査活動にはかなりの制限が加えられているそうです。
That's being performed in secret too, though. So I hear the investigation itself is very restricted in what it can and can't do.
これは事実上の捜査妨害と言えるでしょうね。
You could essentially say they're interfering with the police investigation. This story was unbelievable. People died. They don't publicize it and deal with everything in secret.
もっと噛み砕いて言うと、
Break it down further.
綿流しの夜に誰が死んでも公にはならないということです。
It means that no matter who dies on the night of Watanagashi, it won't go public.
そんなバカな話があってたまるか。
That's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard.
ケイちゃん、私以前にお社様のたたりは村人が起こしてるかもしれないって言いましたよね。
Kei-chan, before I said how the villagers could be the ones carrying out Oishiro-sama's curse.
つまりそういう
That's
こと
what
な
I
んです。
mean.
このひなみ沢では
Oh,
毎年
did I
綿
accidentally
流しの
skip
夜に
something?
お社様のたたりということにして誰かを殺してもいい土壌が
At some
いつの間にか
point,
作り上げられているんです。
I didn't even click. A tradition was created here in Hinamizawa, where every year you're allowed to kill someone on the night of Watanagashi, under the guise of it being Oishiro-sama's curse. If someone dies on the night of Watanagashi, it turns into the curse of Oishiro-sama. The curse turns into the serial murder incidents. In order to avoid exacerbating the negative stigma surrounding Hinamizawa, those incidents are dealt with in secret.
バカな。
That's insane!
毎年死者と行方不明者が出るんだろ。
Dead and missing people turn up every year.
いくらマイナスイメージって言ったって警察にも限度があるだろう。
Over by the stigma guess, we should draw the line somewhere, don't they?
毎年の事件が不可解って言うなら警察も本腰を入れられるんでしょうけど、
You say the incidents happening every year is mysterious, but the police can get the job done when they need to.
何しろ毎年の事件は個別に解決してますので、
After all, the incidents always get resolved individually.
連続事件という形にならないんですよ。
It doesn't end up being a string of incidents, you know?
たまたま毎年綿流しの場に不幸なことが起こる。
It just so happens that something unfortunate happens on night with Watanagashi every year.
それだけのことに。
That's all it turns into. Most of the criminals responsible for the original dismemberment were arrested. The last one managed to get and stay away, but the events were totally exposed and elucidated, so it was in essence resolved. The dam supporting couple who died in an accident on the second year, that was an accidental death, plain and simple. They made a lot of investigations into possibly having a homicide, but they didn't turn up anything. It ended up as an accident. It was resolved. On the third year, the priest fell ill and passed away. There were doctors present at the hospital at his deathbed, and they all had trustworthy medical certificates. They even did an autopsy. It concluded that it wasn't a homicide. That was resolved too. On the fourth year, the sister-in-law of the dam-supporting couple was murdered. The criminal was an abnormal man with a history of irregular psychostimulant usage. He confessed that he thought Oishiro-sama's curse was so interesting he wanted to try it out. The criminal died of an accident while in prison, so this incident was essentially resolved as well. That's right. None of the incidents had any relation to another, and each was independently resolved.
なのになぜか毎年綿流しの晩に不幸な偶然が起こる。
So then, why does an unfortunate coincidence occur every year on the night of Watanagashi?
連続事件にしたくても連続にならないんです。
You can try and say it's a string of related incidents, but they're not related.
それでも毎年必ず誰かが死んで誰かが消えていく。
And every year, someone always dies and someone always disappears. The story Takano-san told me on the day before the setup, during the setup, now that the curse really had occurred this year, I couldn't just laugh it off.
じゃあ俺たちも狙われるっていうのか。
Then does that mean it'll come for us too?
毎年一人死ぬと一人が消えるように富武さんや高野さんの道連れに 消えさせられるっていうのかよ。
Just like one person dies and one person disappears every year. Are you saying we'll be taken along with Tomitake-san, Takano-san, and erased too? My lips had at some point become completely dry. Just saying that was difficult. Shion didn't respond. Her silence, however, was the clearest form of confirmation she can give me.
俺たち、そりゃ確かに入っちゃいけないところだったかもしれないが。
Well, I mean, sure, we went somewhere we shouldn't have.
見ただけだぜ。
We were just looking, right?
何かを盗んだり、持ち出したり、見たことを誰かに喋ったわけじゃないんだぜ。
We didn't steal anything or take anything out, and we didn't tell anyone that we looked, right? I was already regretting having committed such a wrong. Even so, was it really so bad that Tomitake-san and Takano-san deserved such cruel deaths?
第一、俺はあんなの見ても全然面白くなかったし。
Besides, I didn't care about anything I saw in there at all.
高野さんが見て、一人で大喜びしてただけだろ。
Takano-san was the only one getting so happy over it, wasn't she?
悪いのは高野さんだけだよ。
Come on, Keiichi, you just said twice that... Oh, I'm not gonna blame anybody. Then you go blaming her again. Takano-san was the only one at fault.
俺は全然関係ないぜ。
I don't have anything to do with this.
興味もないし、関係ないし、あの中にあったものだって知ったことじゃない。
I wasn't interested. I'm not involved. I don't give a shit about what was in there. And he's saying so wouldn't solve anything. Then why are you saying it? I could feel myself, my cold self, in the innermost depths of my heart, disgusted at my pointless howling. However, my emotions had broken through the dam and couldn't stop them anymore.
俺はもともと興味なんか全然なかったんだ。
I didn't have any interest in this from the start, damn it!
リカちゃんの演舞を見ていたかっただけなんだ。
All I wanted to do was watch Rika-chan's performance.
それをシオンが勝手に連れ出したんじゃないか。
You were the one who pulled me away from that, weren't you, Shion?
あの二人が泥棒しようが何しようが知ったことじゃない。
I don't give a rat's ass whether those two were trying to steal something or try to meet up secretly or whatever.
そうだよ。そもそもシオンが中に入ろうって言い出したんだ。
That's right, you were the one who made me go in there in the first place, Shion.
ケイちゃんは見ておく必要があるとかなんとか思わせぶりなことを言って中に引き込んだんだ。
You were all, Kei-chan, you need to see what's inside. You convinced me and then you pulled me in.
どうしてくれるんだよ。
Why the hell did you do
俺は
that?
全然関係ないんだぞ。
I didn't have anything to do with this.
どうすんだよ。
What will you do?
どうすんだよ。
What are you gonna do, damn
ど
it?
うやって責任を取ってくれるんだよ。おい、聞いてん。あ、
Click. Without any warning, the phone cut off with the sound. Saw a sound of the receiver being slammed down. Ah, Keiichi, you make me mad sometimes, bro. Why do that? You lost like... Gotta apologize. Shion was just as terrified as I was, and I just said some really self-centered things. Our all the emotions disappeared as if they never existed, and in their place surged waves of deep regret at having run my mouth so irresponsibly. I could try to call out Shion's name from beyond the disconnected phone, but it was too late. What have I done? Shion was only trying to tell me as much as she could about this thing about to descend upon us. As for me, I can only whine like a child about it. I went to go call her back, but then I remember she lived in Okinomiya. I didn't know her phone number. As I had declared to Mion that I hadn't seen Shion last night, I couldn't just call Mion and ask for Shion's phone number. I was too scared. I couldn't even call her back. I was stricken with hopeless regret. I returned the receiver to its stand, and I simply prayed that Shion would call me back again. Please, Shion. Calm down and call me again. Oh! Ring, 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 ring.
もしもし、前原です。
Hello, this is Maibara. I slipped the receiver and thought, and as though it wouldn't go through if I didn't grab it at that exact moment.
前原さんのお宅でしょうか。
This is Maibara residence?
夜分遅くに失礼いたしま
Thanks
す。
for the late call. Who's this?
君吉と申します。
Kimiyoshi. I'm Kimiyoshi.
ご主人様でいらっしゃいますか。
Is this the head of the household? It was the voice of a girl who clearly wasn't Shion. All my hopes rushed out of me.
違いますけど、
No, it isn't.
親父に用なら呼んできま
Hey,
す。
Dad, I'll go call him. I went to put the receiver back down, but the receiver stopped me
あ、いえい
hurriedly.
え、お忙しければ結構なんで
If he's busy, then it's
す。
fine.
実は恐縮なんですが、うちのおじいちゃんがお邪魔してませんでしょう
The
か。
old man paying you for a visit?
いえ、
No, nobody's here at the
誰
moment.
も来てませんけど。
そうですか。夜分遅くに申し訳ありませんでした。
See, again, I apologize for calling you so late at night.
失礼いたします。
Goodbye. Huh. I don't know who that was, but what if she tried to call while I was on the phone? I thought, bubbling with egotistic anger. Hey, wait. Give it a break, Keiichi Maebara. Why do you refer, like, what is this? These are the selfish emotions that made Shion mad at me, aren't they? The more I thought about it, though, the more I thought about that, Shion had given up hope in the short time since we had our conversation, and didn't want to call anymore. Calm yourself, Keiichi Maebara. If Shion does call again, then first apologize in a calm voice. Do that, then Shion should understand. However, no matter how long I waited, the phone didn't ring again that night. Dang. That is very unfortunate. Oh, is that okay, I can tell that's the end of chapter, whatever this is. Oh, chapter 2. Yeah, we're gonna end it here in a moment. Oh wow, that's a lot of... Okay.
Alright, let's take a look at the new tips. View new oh, there are 3 tips. Okay, from the scrapbook. Is that 5? No, that's... I'm sorry. I'm actually terrible at 6, and then is that 7? Then we have the late night phone call. Okay, I'm assuming this late night phone call is the one. Okay, let's just get right into these tips. What do we got today? Oh, this music. The significant... Wow. The significance of Watanagashi. Watanagashi, a festival of hunting for sacrifices and feasting on them. Oh yeah, oh boy. While the festival itself is remarkable, it has come to be considered a form of entertainment as well. Why? Possibly because of the disparity between being both an egregious act and a form of entertainment that the perpetrators began to believe themselves transcendent. However, I found some very interesting literature that appears to raise some questions about that explanation. As with most oral traditions, it's not really easily swallowed, but it does mention a few things that sparked my interest. Oh, yeah, this is... I'm trying to remember whose scrapbook is this. I feel like we knew, unless I'm tripping. According to this literature, even the residents of Onigafuchi village felt fear towards this ritual. Okay. Women and children would grow pale and tremble, and those of weak constitution would vomit. But it said that the feast, the dissection, was an obligatory viewing. This is an extremely curious tale. Till now, I thought that the residents of Onigafuchi village were fascinated by the Watanagashi festival ritual. No, yeah, didn't you say the same thing during the day of the festival? Obviously you didn't write this in your final moments, so you were playing with me. Unless I'm tripping. I could be. It's been a while since I've actually played the game, so my village. My memory's a bit off, but okay, that's a bit weird. They looked down on those vulgar, barbaric humans, cut them open like fish, and by eating them they reaffirmed their own hollowness. At least, that's what I thought. However, if what the villagers gained from this ritual was not fascination, but fear, then that would suggest the ritual meant something entirely different. That's the possibility the executions were meant as warnings, encouraging the villagers to strictly follow religious precepts created by those with power for their own convenience. Onigafuchi village has been effectively ruled over by 3 old families called the 3 Families. Oh? Without investigating the 3 families, I probably won't get any closer to the truth of Onigafuchi village. I'm assuming this next one's gotta be about the 3 families. Interesting. Has to be. Mio's family has to be in there. That's definitely one of them, but we don't know about the other ones yet. Okay, from the scrapbook, I'm assuming this is 7. I could be wrong. My math might... I don't know my... whatever that is. The 3 families refers to the 3 old families who effectively came to rule Onigafuchi village. To break it down, there was the Kimiyoshi family, Okay, we saw the Kimiyoshi family. At the end of Shion's phone call, someone from Kimiyoshi called. Okay, the Furude family, that's Rika. That's interesting, but that makes sense, because, I mean, she's the Shrine Maiden. Okay. And the Sonozaki family, as I thought. Okay. And each of them still exists today. Though they don't have as much control as they did in the remote past, they still hold considerable influence today. I don't know. The Sonozaki family seems like it has a lot of influence now. These three families are considered by legend to those in whom the blood of the swamp demons run the thickest. Okay, the Kimiyoshi family. Here we go. Lore dumping. Kimiyoshi family appears to have held great power as the head of the three families, but it doesn't have that kind of leadership today. The current mayor of the village, Kiichiro Kimiyoshi, is from this family. The fact that members of the Kimiyoshi family are elected as mayor every generation is thought to be a remnant of the old system. Oh no, that's right, we've seen Kimiyoshi before. It was in some previous tips. I don't remember the exact tips, but it was like something small. Interesting. Of course, as no rival candidates appear, it doesn't change the fact that the Kimiyoshi family holds the mayoral office even though popular elections in the post-war era. I said even though. Oh my. Even through! The Furude family. The center of the village's face since ancient time. The Furude clan has guarded the sole shrine dedicated to Oyashiro-sama. Okay. As I expected. They were worshipped as the only people to represent the voice of Oyashiro-sama for a long time. But the family branched off after the war and lost most of its power. It now consists of only the main house. The main house as well presently consists of only one daughter, Rika Furude, so the lineage may end in this generation. Huh? There is apparently an old tradition of honoring females of the Furude family. His only daughter, Rika, is the subject of much respect among the elderly of the village. I haven't seen... Sonozaki family. Here we go. This is the most important to me. It said that this family had a certain police-like role of protecting the religious precepts of Onigafuchi village. Of the three families, their relatively weak position can be seen from me putting them here last. You think them to be the most weak position? I mean, I've heard about the Sonos. I guess, yeah, Rika just wouldn't talk about it, and we haven't met any Kimiyoshis yet, which makes sense. So I guess that's why I'd assume, but that's interesting. Of course, today the Sonozaki family is flourishing, and the state of affairs among the three families is completely reversed. Even now, one can say that they are in control of Hinamizawa. Okay. Then why'd you have them at the back? Three families conferring with each other is similar to the old way. The current head of the Sonozaki family, Oryu, essentially decides all of the goings-on in the village by herself. Oh wow, what an abrupt cutoff. Wow. English is, you know, you really just, I don't know it. I'm speaking so fast, I'm sorry. Last night phone call? Oh man, what is wrong with me? Let me get my head in the game. Late night phone call. Thank you. Wow, okay, phone call.
夜分遅くに失礼いたします。君吉と申しますが、ご主人でいらっしゃいますか。
Okay, here we go. Speaking Kimiyoshi, we finally got it. Okay. Excuse me for the late call. I'm Kimiyoshi. Is this the head of the household?
はい。
Yes.
いえ、その説は本当にありがとうございます。
No, not at all. Thank you very much for that.
それでですね。
Yes. Well, you see...
こんな時間に大変恐縮なのですが...
I do apologize for calling at this hour.
うちのおじいちゃんがお邪魔してないかと思いまして。
But I was wondering if our old man was visiting you at the moment.
ですよね。はい。
You got that right? Yes.
こんな時間に申し訳ありませんでした。
Once again.
それでは失礼いたします。
I'm very sorry for calling so late.
ごめんください。
Goodbye. Click.
どうだい？ダメ？
So? No good?
参ったなあ。どんなに熱中しても電話くらいはしてくれる人なんだけれどな。
I'm not sure what to do. He may be passionate about it, but he always at least gives us a call.
囲碁の人の家は全部電話したんでしょ？
called everyone he plays Go With, don't you? I mean, didn't you? Ring. Okay.
はい、君吉です。
Hello, this is Kimiyoshi.
園崎です。どうです？
Oh, it's Mion. This is Sonozaki. How did it go?
村長さんは見つかりましたか？
We found the mayor. The mayor. Oh no. Okay, so this is the Kimiyoshi mayor.
ああ、ミオンちゃんか。片っ端から電話をかけてみたけど、ダメだよ。
Oh, Mion-chan. I called everyone I could think of, but I came up with nothing.
見つからないんだ。
Can't find him.
参ったな。
What do I do?
どこで油を売ってるのかな。
Where could he be idling about?
こっちでも心当たりにいろいろと問い合わせましたけど、全然。
I put a word in with a bunch of people who might have had an idea, but nobody did.
ばっちゃんにも相談したんですが、青年団を招集して探し回った方がいいだろうということです。
I asked Nana about it. She said we should get the men of the village together to search for him.
こんな時間にかい。それに別に行方不明になったと決まったわけでもないし。
At this hour? I mean, it's not like he's definitely gone missing.
綿流しの直後ですから、少し慎重に扱った方がいいとのことです。
Watanagashi just happened. She thinks we should be a little more cautious. I don't like this music. Mion, Bro, you are giving me so many bad vibes. I just ruined it. Like, I ruined what I was trying to say again. But bro, you are so suspicious.
それでも見つからないなら、明朝警察に通報しましょう。
Like, I can't trust you. I can't. If we still can't find him, then we'll notify the police tomorrow morning.
見つかる見つからないは別にして、痛くない腹を探られない方がいいでしょうから。
Whether or not we find him, though, we should refrain from making any false accusations.
おりょうさんがそう言ったのかい。
Oryu-san said that?
はい。直接声を聞かないと信用できないなら、電話先に出させますよ。
Yes, I can't. If you can't trust her without hearing her voice, then I can put her on for you.
いえ、わかりました。
No, that's fine. I understand.
青年団を集めて探しましょう。
We'll get the men together and search.
それで見つからなければ、翌朝に警察に通報します。
If we still can't find them, then we will notify the police in the morning.
青年団の連絡もよろしくお願いしますね。私もバッチャの代行ということで、そちらに参ります。
She'll leave it to you to organize the men. I'll be there as well, as Nana's representative.
ありがとう。すぐにみんなを集めます。
Thank you. I'll get everyone together immediately.
ええ。では。
Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Is that it? Oh, that was it. Come on. That just left me with so many more questions, but Mion, I can't. Like, I actually can't trust you. Let me save here. End of chapter 8. Alright, let's talk about this. What's going on? We know that all this happened. It's just, oh man, it's genuinely awful. Like, oh boy, I actually, like, I can't believe what's happened today. Learned, like, just all about what happened with Tomitake and Takano. We learned a bit more. We yelled at Shion, and then now, hopefully we get to talk to her again. Keiichi's losing his mind again. Which, it was really weird because he was like, okay, I gotta stop yelling at you, like, it's my fault, I'm being childish. And then finally he's so afraid that he just yells at her and then completely backs out of what he said 20 minutes ago. Which I get, but it's like, man. I love characters with flaws though. Like it's a flaw. So I mean, okay. It's like he is very afraid at times. I notice, and I don't know. Oh man, I don't want to. I don't want him to kill somebody again. But it's not I don't know. I'm just curious how this goes. Because obviously we know he killed them. So I mean, I don't know. I just hope he doesn't go crazy and just kill someone again. Other than that, I think that's all for today. We'll be getting Corpse Party soon, either tomorrow or the day after. I know I said I'd upload the other video like 2 days after, and you're seeing this 2 days after that deadline. Sorry about that. I ended up getting headaches the day I'd record, because I usually record at night, because no one's gonna, like, yeah, it's just the most convenient time for me. And then as soon as I'd like try recording, I'd get a headache. It's a bit of a health problem I have, but hopefully I don't get headaches when I record. And so yeah, that's all for me today. I really am gonna try getting Corpse Party out by Tuesday. And then yeah, that's all for me. Thank you all for watching.